There are days when you sit quietly in your own home, surrounded by familiar walls, your soft chair, the hum of a ceiling fan, and yet it feels like your heart is drifting through a storm without wind, without rain, only a whirlwind of thoughts spinning endlessly inside. Worry, regret, confusion, and a feeling you can't quite name. Why is it that even when life seems full, a warm home enough to eat children and grandchildren nearby, we still feel empty inside? Could it be that the more we hold on to, the more afraid we are of losing? Could it be that the more years we live, the more fragile our hearts become? In a world full of noise, machines, phones, social media, and the constant chatter of the mind, is there still room for one moment of true stillness? Just one moment where you're allowed to breathe deeply without striving, without judgment, without chasing anything at all. If you're quietly enduring storms within, if you've ever asked yourself, how can I find peace in my heart again, then this video is for you. Today, we'll take a gentle journey into stillness through 7 profound teachings from Zen Buddhism. These teachings aren't lofty theories. They're small doors that lead you back inward to the place where peace has always been waiting. Sit down, breathe softly, and open your heart to receive. Because maybe this very moment is the first step toward your own stillness. After 40, life becomes a journey of preservation. After 40, life is no longer about chasing new things. It becomes a journey of holding on to health, holding on to relationships, holding on to yourself. And it's often at this stage that we begin to face things we once ignored. One morning, you wake up and realize your body doesn't feel the same. One day, the kids grow up and move out, leaving the house quieter than you imagined. Or maybe the conversations between you and your partner grow fewer as each of you drifts into separate rhythms of living. That's when unease begins to seep in, not loudly, but slowly, steadily, like an undercurrent beneath still water. The invisible pressure of midlife. At this stage of life, there are things we rarely speak of. The financial weight still lingers, but energy runs thinner. Our children may be successful, but they feel distant. Life appears stable on the outside, but feels empty within. That's when the mind starts looping. What if I had chosen differently back then? What will happen to me in the future? Does anyone truly understand me? And these endless thoughts become the seed of deep inner unrest. From the Zen perspective, it's not the circumstances, It's the unsettled mind. There's a beautiful image in Zen. The mind is like water. When the wind blows, waves rise. When the wind settles, the water becomes clear. Out there, life will always have wind. Change, loss, uncertainty. We can't stop the wind, but we can learn not to be swept away by it. Zen doesn't teach us to run from life. It teaches us to see clearly the roots of our suffering and guide ourselves back to stillness. Unrest doesn't come from other people, not from your children, not from your job, not from illness. It comes when the mind gets pulled in every direction and forgets to come home. We worry because the kids aren't home yet, but really, it's because our mind is living in the future. We grieve the ones who've passed, but truly the mind is still stuck in the past. We get angry, anxious, regretful, because the mind refuses to rest in the present moment. Zen teaches, the mind is not restless because life has changed, but because we've stopped standing still. When you realize this, you'll understand. You don't have to fix everything to feel at peace. You just need to sit. Look inward and let your heart breathe, because peace isn't out there. Peace is when you come home to the home inside yourself. 7. Zen teachings to calm a restless mind. Zen teaching number 1. Everything is just an illusion of thought. We feel restless, not because the world is too loud, but because we believe every thought we have is real. We dwell on what others say. We cling to success or failure. A cold glance we take as rejection. But Zen reminds us, thoughts are just passing clouds, not the sky itself. They come and go. Yet we hold on and suffer because of what we've imagined. Real life example. Someone once got scolded by their boss. They went home overthinking, convinced they were about to be fired. But a few days later, the same boss offered them a major new project. Turns out, the fear was just an illusion, not the truth. Practice. Whenever your mind feels stirred, pause. Observe your thoughts like clouds drifting across the sky. Don't react. Don't resist. And don't rush to believe them. Zen teaching number 2. Just turn inward, and you'll see peace never left. We chase peace in quiet places, away from pressure and noise. But true peace has always been inside. We just forgot the way back. Real life example. A woman lost her husband at 55. She was devastated and couldn't sleep. One day, a friend took her to an early morning meditation group. No one talked much. They just sat and breathed. After a few weeks, she began to smile again. Not because the pain vanished, but because her heart returned to a still place within. Practice. Set aside 5 quiet minutes each morning to sit and breathe. No phone, no music, just you and your breath. Zen teaching number 3. Don't follow emotions. Watch them like passing clouds. Your emotions are not you. They're just visitors, coming and going. But when you identify with them, you let them steer your whole life. Real life example. A middle-aged man suffered depression after losing his job, but instead of resisting, he began journaling his sadness, his emptiness. Through those pages, he realized emotions have a rhythm. They come and they go. Practice. When emotion arises, don't rush to act. Write it down. Then let it pass like watching a cloud drift across the sky. Zen teaching number 4. Listening is an act of love. When your mind is still, you hear more, not just others, but yourself too. Real life example. A father, quick to anger, always yelled at his kids, but after practicing mindfulness meditation, he tried something new. He sat silently and just listened. No interrupting, no reacting. To his surprise, his child began opening up more. Practice. Each day, choose one loved one to truly listen to without judgment. Sit down, look them in the eye, and let your heart soften. Zen teaching number 5. The present moment is all you have. Unrest lives in the past or future, but peace lives here now. Real life example. A woman was diagnosed with late-stage cancer. At first, she panicked. Then she decided to live each day as a gift. She watched flowers bloom, spoke with friends, wrote poems, drank tea, and miraculously, she lived 4 more years happier than the 40 years before. Practice. When washing dishes, just wash. When eating, just eat. Return to the present by breathing deeply and touching the moment. Zen teaching number 6. Impermanence is perfectly normal. Everything changes. Health. Love people. Life. Accepting impermanence is accepting life itself. Real life example. A retired man felt lost and hollow, unsure how to spend his days. Then he began gardening. Each day, he tended to tiny sprouts. And he realized, nothing lasts forever, but every moment has its own beauty. Practice. Each day, gently remind yourself, this too shall pass. Learn to release what no longer belongs to you. Zen teaching number 7. Doing nothing is also a practice. In a world that demands action sometimes, the hardest thing is to stop. But often, stillness is what heals the mind. Real life example. A man burned out from work, tried every treatment, but still couldn't sleep. Finally, a doctor asked, "Have you tried?" Doing nothing. He began walking slowly each evening in the park. No goal, no phone. And it was those simple steps that brought him home to himself. Practice. Each week, create time with no schedule, no goals, no pressure. Just sit, walk slowly, and let life breathe with you. But can we really apply these teachings in modern life? You may be thinking, this sounds beautiful, but can I really do it in my busy life? The answer is yes. Zen doesn't ask you to leave life behind, but to return to it with a different heart. You don't need to live on a mountain or spend hours in meditation. Just a few small changes can awaken deep presence. Simple suggestions that can make a big shift. Wake up 10 minutes earlier just to breathe. Don't grab your phone. Don't plan your day. Just sit and listen to the birds, your breath, and the quiet life inside you. Turn off your phone for 30 minutes a day. Disconnect from the world to reconnect with yourself. Maybe during dinner, maybe before bed. That time is a gift you give to your mind. Stop trying to fix everything. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just to be there for someone. No advice, no judgment, just presence. Slow down a little. Feel the water when washing dishes. Drink tea without turning on the TV. Walk without thinking of the destination. These small, mindful acts bring you back to life. Happiness isn't something big. It's found in the moments you're fully present for yourself. Before we end this journey, I want to leave you with something simple but truly important. You don't need to be great at meditation. You just need to be yourself in this moment. You don't have to reach some perfect, enlightened state. You don't have to be fully awakened. Just pause and breathe with yourself. That's enough. In this fast-changing life, peace has never truly left you. It's just been waiting for you to come home. It lives in the early morning light, in the song of the birds, in the moment you let go of what you can't control. If this video brought you a moment of stillness, a soft light, or simply the feeling of being understood, share it with someone you care about, because they too may be needing a quiet place to rest in the middle of life's storms. And if you're still here with me at the end, leave a comment, "I'm learning to be still." Let it be a small, deep promise to yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss our next healing journey together. We'll keep exploring the teachings of Zen, of Buddhist wisdom, and of life itself, so each day can feel softer, deeper, and more peaceful. Thank you for listening. Wishing you a quiet evening and a peaceful morning for your soul.